Hello and welcome back to the Spain campaign, and as you can see we are slightly in advance of where we were last time, and we haven't declared war on Germany. Now we are about to do that again, but what we've done is we've mobilised before the war, and I just wanted to give you a brief update on what's happened in the in-between sort of time span. So we've spent a little bit more time building up, and I have deployed, if we can get, I don't know what units. Here we go. So we are reinforcing. In fact, why aren't you building up more? I could have sworn that you should have been built up, but you know what? They might be because they're in yeah, it might be because they're in port, but we're holding off going to war with the Germans just for a little while, purely because we want to try and get some of the strength increase techs done first. Now, the Soviets are, they're pushing back. I mean, if you remember correctly, they were on this line here, on the Volga, by the province I can't pronounce. But they've retaken Saratov, and they're making some gains in and around Stalingrad. Now, considering they've lost Stalin, they've lost the majority of their high command, the fact that they are turning this out is kind of impressive. Now, in the production queue, whenever we hit this, after a certain amount of time, it kills everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick another few more of our sort of tank divisions in now. And this is how I'm building them. With something like this. And we're going to chuck another 4 in. So we're going to have a pretty sizable amount of tanks in the production queue. 9 in total. And the vast majority of our production, etc. looks like it's been built as well. So we're doing pretty well, all things considered. We are also aligning towards the Allies, which is very nice. And as I say, we're just getting ready to go to war. Now, we're doing all of the organizational and operating techs that we can do at the moment. You know what? We'll get that special advance one. And yes, there's pack front defenses. So we started getting some more anti-tank ability in our units, which is very nice. In fact, yeah, let's take you off and put you on, because we're getting an additional 3.5 anti-tank ability there, which is lovely. And our militia units have just improved, and I'm just waiting for the infantry one to get done. There we go. So, that's going to make our units a little bit stronger before we start needing to go to war. And as you can see, we're doing all of them. We've got the first level. We've got a lot of manpower that we can use, so that's good. We'll let it run, and yeah, let's get as much into reinforcement as we can. Let's try and build up our forces a little bit. There we go, and we're moving on up in the world. Peru wants to get some destroyers, and I mean, who can blame them? And I imagine, yeah, that's unlocked core command there. We're just going to let those command ones go. Same thing with the army one. That will unlock, yeah, that army one. Yes, 50 supplies of money. And our economy is fairly relatively fixed now. When we go to war, I imagine it won't do quite as well. But, stuff it. It's one of those things, isn't it? You can't have everything go right for you. I've got some, what is it tonight? Oh, some gin. For a change of pace. Not my usual drink of choice, but... Okay, so... 43. We'll let those run. Transport ships, yeah, all done. I imagine, yeah, we've got the divisional command structure there that we want to grab. What's inefficient? Artillery flexibility. Which means it can jump straight onto there. And then Brigade HQ. And we do have the next set of like carrier techs and things that we can do, so you know what? We'll get them done as well. Now, as you can see, the Axis have completed 9 victory conditions as it stands. So, yeah, that's always fun. Alright, let's get all the carrier techs going. And then let's see how close we are to being able to launch an offensive action. Yeah. Still building up their strength. Probably a few more days yet. How much do we need to reinforce? A pretty sizable amount. Come on. I want to declare war in August. And there we go, high popularity, which is good. And army unit training, we'll let that go. We'll get a little bit more into officers, because our ratio isn't the best. And armored unit training. That's fine by me. Carrier. We'll have our fleet carriers out pretty soon, and there we go, the UK has protected the independence of Saudi Arabia. How lovely for them. Okay, and I think a load of our units just came online. I imagine that you guys... yeah, you still got a fair amount to jump on up. God, it takes them forever to reinforce, doesn't it? And our tanks are coming along quite nicely. We'll have them by January, which, I mean, hopefully with heavy industry emphasis on, once we go to war, it'll actually be a little bit quicker. Yeah, industry has been built up very nicely. And that's going to give us a lot of bonuses to AT once that feeds in. In fact, we're going to just let that go, because there's no reason not to do it, and we can upgrade our medium armor designs, which is worth doing as well. Right, direct fire training. Yeah, we'll let that go because that's just an organizational one. Okay, single engine airframe. These are all the things we like. And divisional headquarters there is good. Let's just get all the things to try and make our units as good as possible. I feel like declaring war now that we've got some decent anti-tank in our divisions, as demonstrated here, is a much better idea. And they've only got a cav division now on the border, which screams to me that it's probably a good time to go for this. Yeah, in fact, they're moving more units towards the Soviet front. And they've retaken Gorky. Okay, they have pushed up to here. It'll be interesting to see what impact we have on that front once we join. And how far away are we from the Allies? We're now drifting towards the Comintern. Thank you. Don't really want to join the Comintern, to be completely frank. Want to stick with the Allies. but fine. Right, let's begin loading these guys up. I'm happy with them now. Now, hopefully they won't shatter as quickly. Okay, we've got a pretty sizable amount. Now, hopefully we can get the majority of them on board. We did have some trouble with these large ones because they don't quite have the same... Right, we're 1 unit short. Oh well, that'll do. Right, I think we should go for it. Let's declare war. And I think just give it a go. So, we'll drop a save. Okay. And we'll go piss on Germany's parade. Okay, so around the front we go. Now, hopefully, our units will perform somewhat better than they did previously. We will get our ships. I could have sworn that they all had carrier support, but maybe they don't. And let's try for Saint Nazaire again. Yeah, let's get her to patrolling. Let's actually just move and block them in. Let's do an invasion there. And also do one there. And let's, yeah, start patrolling over there. Okay, let's not start patrolling over there if it's going to take us on the long way around. There we go. Okay, they do have some units in place. So the real question becomes, do we go for it? Speed free. Let's rock and roll. And we do want to support it over here. Right, so it's just a division of sort of rather lackluster troops. Right, they've got a motorized infantry division in place here. Oh, and they're just moving back. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Somewhat unexpected, I must say. Let's yeah, move into Lorient. Try and establish a much larger front line. It's not as fun. We are being counterattacked. Let's block them off. So we might complete a small encirclement at Bordeaux, which would be pretty good. Let's see what we can do. We've got a single light panzer division that's moving up very quickly, which may do the job. For them to get into position. That military police unit doesn't look particularly powerful. Yeah, we just want to spread out evenly. Come on, it's a military police unit. Are you for real? It is literally one military police unit. It is not that difficult. Alright, there we go. Thank God for that. Fucking hell. You ever seen anything like it? Right, we'll actually hold you in reserve because kind of think you guys would be better served heading back to Santander for a moment, because we are going to get in at Brest. Right, we just had... Okay, we had a bit of a break there, but we can make it work. Right, our infantry is moving on up. And we just took out a submarine. Happy days. Okay, and then... Yeah, we're doing those torpedo techs because we're trying to get a few extra things. Right, carrier, medium anti-air, sure. Carrier, light air, let's get that done. And then there's a really easy naval battle going on over here. Right, air superiority. I want it all over the south of France, please. And then where are my light bombers? Yes, there they are. Let's start bombarding the shit out of both of these groups. We just won the Battle of Nates, which is going to be a pretty solid victory, because we can now get some units in Saint Nazaire. Come on. You can rebase into there then as a result. Go, not bad, doing well. And we can lead a counterattack over here. Good. Let's counterattack here, and then we've got in Brest. Just the Ganizer now. But we've got some British support, so that should help. Try and provide a little bit of support. A Hungarian motorized division. Interesting. And yeah, we're starting to see a couple of shatters going. But we can move on up. And I think we're about to see some proper victory. A little bit of support is going to help pretty amazingly over here. And it'll be interesting to see how far away... Yeah, we're so far away from the Allies. Oh, we should have done our laws. Ah, bugger. Didn't think about that. Oh well, we can do that now. So let's switch on over to war economy. Get our heavy industry emphasis going. And supplies for money, sure. God, we've got more leadership than I know what to do with at the moment. Let's just stick it in officers whilst we're figuring out what we want to do, because we're going to need to keep that ratio nice and healthy. And there we go, we've got it all in production. Hopefully that motorized division will support. And this de Forjan is now lending his aid, and we can get over the river over here. So, you know what? Let's move on up. Let's try and, Now, is there a... Yeah, they are fully encircled in Bordeaux. And there we go, okay. Progress. We're making it. Hey, if we take out one single, you know, German division, we'll take that as a win. You guys are already clearing it up over on the west coast. And then I'm thinking an attack towards La Rochelle would be good. To outflank over here to meet up with the units that we're sending to Royan. Yeah, it looks like that first Cav division's going to break, and indeed, it has. So, very well done. A little encirclement at Bordeaux. Well, looky here. And not that far from Moscow now. They've turned it around a little bit. Still not great, and bearing in mind this is when the Germans should be doing well. Summer of 42, they'll be getting some foul blau bonuses, I would imagine. I don't know that for certain though, to be fair. Now the anti-tank is definitely making a difference, I think. Let them land north of the river, because then they can provide some support here. Victory. Because I think at La Rouche, that's where we want them. Don't crash. Okay, hold it. Hold it there. And there we go. Our fleet carriers, everyone. Oh, we've been waiting for that. Oh, isn't that cool? Ooh. Right, I think the Italians are going to need a little bit of love-in with those. Okay, our descent is slowly ticking on down. Wasting apparently a fair amount on production. Oh, yeah, we are. Right, I don't want to hit the division thing, because that's what seems to cause us to crash. So, I want to hit save first. Oh, there we go. Do you see this, everyone? This is the... when you know. You know we're going to have problems. This went down well, though. If we can get the game to save, then we'll know we've, you know, at least got something good going. The sort of upbeat, happy music doesn't fill me with confidence. Now, because we're on like heavy with confidence. Now, because we're on like heavy industry emphasis and things, I wonder how quickly our tanks will be coming out, if we'll have them in this year. Because they were due to be done in January. So if we could have them in this year, you know, sort of 9 tank divisions, maybe even more, would be good. It would make a difference. But it's mainly militia and things that we're dealing with at the moment. Please don't crash. It's going round, everyone. It's thinking about it. The music stopped, so that's not a good sign. Right, I'm going to stop recording. And well, the game managed to save, so that's good at least. Now our push is continuing on, and good old. Right, we just won the Battle of Bordeaux, so our first encirclement, everyone. Not bad, eh? That is pretty good going. Not bad at all. And then I think we'll head up north, along with our tank division. And I'm hoping that we can get another encirclement over here, actually, to be honest with you, of another couple of divisions. I think there's a real opportunity. Alright, let's try and get over at Niort. Yeah, that's good. And in fact, let's try and get the encirclement down there. That's what we're going to do. Now, we want to produce a pretty solid defensive line. And to be honest with you, let's get our fighters... Well, our bombers, sorry, not fighters. Let's get them involved. And try and break that battle down. Just won the Battle of Creon. And we're fighting, hopefully, a decent naval victory. Right, don't need to worry about that one. We're breaking through over here. And, aha, there we go, victory. Now, we are being counterattacked by a single Panzer division, which is a little bit of a worry, but we should be able to hold them in place and handle it. Victory is going well over here, and we just don't want any of our units to break in the north. That's the key thing. Doing pretty okay. We've got some naval dominance, and we're hopefully taking some of the pressure off the Brits. That would be nice. Come on, get into position. Moving extremely slowly. And then we just lost the province of La Roche, which I am not sure where that is. Ah, there we go. And we can move all of you guys up. And in fact, yeah, we are being counterattacked there, but we can... It's a single infantry division that we can just hold in place. And there we go. Some more infantry have managed to stave on. And a couple of coastal battleships. Well done, Navy. You're doing your job. Okay, hopefully we can get victory over here. We'll hold off on that battle there. We will just make sure that we're holding a defensive footing over here. That is key. I think a bit of a counter-attack. There we go. We just lost the battle with Melee. And we're going to lose that encirclement. To which I say, no, we're not. Hopefully we can outspeed them. What is it? Yeah, you do go fairly fast for a light infantry division, that's for sure. Let's see if we can't get Batov to fall in that. Oh, fuck. Shit. Oh, that's annoying. Son of a bitch. Single goddamn infantry division. Causing problems. How annoying. And okay. Just a rather cruddy little rebellion for us to deal with, but we will sort it. No. I'll break them, please. In fact, the Air Force. What's happened to you? Come on, all of you. Finish it, please. Okay, well, at least they shattered. Okay, that's fine. Let's pull back for a moment. After our victory in Bordeaux, we're being a little bit punched in the nose, so to speak. We can do this the old-fashioned way. Take you guys back up north. A few little counter-attacks going on over here, but hopefully we can handle it. They are rushing a pretty sizable amount of divisions our way. And that's just a Romanian light division, so hopefully we can push around them. And then complete the encirclement north of the river. That would be good. Yeah, that's a little bit more like it. And yeah, we've got some capital ship techs. Put it into officers. Let's keep that ratio nice and good. Come on. Should be able to handle that. Just had someone break. Which means, to be honest with you, that we need more defense. In fact, this is a free province line, isn't it? Yeah, we'll let that go. Might as well. We'll let that go as well. Let's just hold on up. Because we're in good defensive terrain over here. We don't need to rush anything. And what we can do is we can get our naval assets, our bombers, and the like, to help us push through. Because our bombers aren't that bad. They're pretty good. Go, Marja. Okay, that counterattack is being decisively beaten. Come on, Charles. Break on through, because we need to link up our bridgeheads. If we can, like, meet up on a line here, then that'll make things one hell of a lot easier. To be honest with you. And how far away are our tanks? January. Okay, a good few months yet. But we are freeing up a little bit more IC. And innate. It's just the Marine Division that bit the Look at there. We've won the Battle of Prion, which is good. Now I wonder, will a counter-attack serve our purposes? Possibly. Just the militia division. We can hunt through a militia division. Let's do it. We've got to attack them where they're weakest, and not let them do what they're doing here, and consolidate. That's the key. Alright, amphibious units, training advance. Yep, we'll let that go. Those special force ones there. Yeah, we'll improve our units slightly. We are winning over here. It's giving us some, you know, bad modifier, but same thing with down here, but we are winning. It's just acting up a little bit. Okay, so infantry units, aligned arms, that's fine. We'll hold that down there for a minute. And how's our journey to the Allies going? We're still drifting towards the Comintern. I don't want to punish the enemy, I'm afraid. No, no, no. I think Mr. Robber Lunch is now level 5, which, yes, puts him at the same level of Marja, with less experience. What about Konev? Take his tanks in as well. Okay, getting a little bit of shattering up at Saint Nazir, but that is holding them back. Come on. Konev is making a bit of a difference here. Level 5 commander against this Mulversfeld. Okay. Tech-wise, there isn't a massive amount that I want. Maybe get the mobile strength increase. You know, just to make our units a bit larger. We've got enough manpower to last us a little while, and that militia division is cracking. It's straining. Come on. Do it. Break. Okay. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. That is what we wanted. So, we can take... So you guys are still counter-attacking there, but it's not the sort of counter-attack you want to be making, to be honest with you. And now that we're over the river, we've got a German division there, but one German infantry division is not equivalent to all of our units. Can't see any heavy tanks. And we're managing to beat back what looks like a Romanian division. The next battle is probably the most difficult one for us, but hopefully we can turn it around. Hopefully all the units will just shatter, and then we can regroup them in Bordeaux accordingly. And then, as I say, the key thing will be breaking over the river at Cognac, Millet. I can see that they've got some SS Panzers in the way. That's a rather frustrating place to lose, because it means a naval landing if you want to get it back. But to be honest with you, I think everything is leading up to this major war. Now, the Soviets are continuing their grand push. Stalingrad is... I mean, they're on the border with Stalingrad, which is kind of cool. To be honest with you, I think the majority of their focus appears to be in the Gorky Saratov sector. So I think the majority of their push is sort of heading towards Orel, Kursk and Kharkov, and Rostov-on-Don to some minor extent. But that seems to be their key game plan. Now, Moscow isn't that far away from them. And, you know, their surrender progress, whilst being high, you know, they don't look like they're going to lose one of their major cities that they need to lose to completely lose the campaign, that's for sure. So that's good, at least. That's something positive. And in fact, the Germans are moving into Egyptian or British Iran, which is just going to make their front even longer and fuck up their supply even more. So I wish them the best of luck with that. Probably not the best idea. Now, Panzer Division. Oh, bugger. Okay, so none of those really jump out at me. Yeah, neither do they. We're getting to the point where we've got more leadership, or, you know, less tech than we've got leadership, from a standpoint of what we want to be doing. We just won the Battle of Saint Nazaire, which is good. Well, it looks like we might be involved in it again, and they're both extremely close to breaking under the strain. I think this is not an advantageous battle situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our units that are in fairly good shape, and we're going to send the majority of you over the damn river. And then you can attack from decent positions into that Plains province. And if all of our units do shatter, we're just going to be in a situation where we can try a naval landing again at some point. Because I'm pretty sure we can hold a defensive line over here, if needs be. I don't see why that wouldn't be possible. The only thing is there isn't a river crossing there, which is bizarre, but this looks like a relatively defensible area, these three provinces. But we need to take them first before we can consider them defensible. Okay, let's just wait for our units to recover a little bit. And then I think we should just try 5 units at a time. Or maybe a little bit more. Let's take all of our main units. Yeah, that's not bad. And then let's try and take some more of you guys. On a bit of a mission up that way. And then we can take in a couple of units from a different area as well. Ooh! Italy! Well, isn't that a turnout for the books? We could send some... Yeah, we did move all of our naval assets around. Right, we do have our carriers now. I wonder, can you guys, yeah, you can all rebase to carrier. Let's see what we're dealing with, because I can't imagine they've got many ships left in the Italian Navy. And we do have a couple of naval assets that we did hold back in reserve, and I do have my light carrier forces that we can move around now that we've dealt with the German Navy. Rookie mistake, should have checked that, you know, they weren't going to make their way over. Let's try and hold them in place. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, looks like someone's already caught them. So So the Americans have got our back over there. Fair enough. I think we can safely say that Forjan is doing an extremely solid job of holding this down. And we're out of metal. Interesting. Well, Coronation. Okay, come on, allies. It's not like we're not doing our fair share of this. We're definitely, you know, the Spanish are dying in droves for you. It's amazing what a bit of anti-tank can do. This is starting to break. Speaking of breaking, it looks like, I mean, our Marines have dug in and they have fought. They have fought hard. But, yeah. So, with winter coming, 1942, and the Germans are not advancing. In fact, they're losing ground. They are steadily losing ground. I mean, if they take Log and Captain Yar, then if they can reclaim Stalingrad, they really do have a decent chance of winning this war. And hopefully we're distracting enough Germans to cause the AI some concern. I mean, all these units are not units which can be sent to go fuck with the Soviets at the end of the day. Right, so, yeah, we definitely want armoured car... metal, etc. No, I don't want fuel. But I will take energy. But, yeah, I don't want to worry about fuel. I can do it with metal, though. If you give me a metal event, that would be remarkably useful. And, okay, we've got province of Nates. Okay, so we've got a lot of cracked divisions here that we need to reinforce. Our army needs probably a sizable amount. How are you guys doing? Not bad. We got a victory. Alright, won the Battle of Cognac. If we could take melee, that would be beautiful. Supplies I'm not bothered about. Resource production we are. Veteran unit, no. And we've got more than enough supply. So we'll lose a bit more descent. Want that off. Shit. Hopefully it's a unit that we've already been... Sadly, it's not a unit that we've already been fighting. And okay, we just lost the Battle of St. Nazaire. And we've only got 4 divisions left. But hopefully it will distract them for a little bit longer. Whilst we get more of our units in place. And then we can think about doing a next invasion if they're going to shatter. Repeatedly. The Germans have just got rocket fighters. Not a particularly good bit of tech. Nothing to call out, is there, tech-wise? We're doing a fair amount. I mean, just improve our hard attack a little bit more. Okay, and then yeah, here's pretty much the end of our units. So I think let's try and get them out. In fact, where's our landing fleet? There it is. Let's get to Brest and try and extradite them. Do you want to not? Really? Come on. Victory or death? Get out of there. Let's just try and pull back. Luckily, our units are fairly quick, and there we go, scrap metal drive. Good, so that keeps our economy going just a tiny bit longer. And I think that should get us into Cognac. There we go, divisions are in place. Behind a river. Good, okay. Feel a little bit better if we've got a river line, to be honest with you. And what I would really like is to take this province and then complete an encirclement. That would be really useful. Come on. You can escape. Sure, you're being chased down by motorized, but you can get out of there. Retreat towards... yeah, that place. Just need to be one step ahead of them. Now, hopefully they won't attack us immediately. Right, strategically redeploy. That will speed them up a little bit. Now, we've got a pretty sizable force in Bordeaux, and if they reinforce accurately, that's a lot of divisions that we could throw. Right, literally we need to have fingers on the buzzers with this. Right, we can try and kill a high-ranking officer, and no, they failed. Of course they did, why wouldn't they? Right, in you get. In you get. Come on, where are you going to get there? Right. Yeah, load up. And off you come. Okay. Right, so we made it out. We made it out. Good, good, good. Just hold off a minute, because we've been involved in that battle for a while. They're probably as weakened as we are. We've got a river position. Lost the province of West. Okay, but we got all of our units out, so we have pushed out, but we need to plan probably to hold this line that we've got here, which has got fairly decent defensive terrain. We've got woods all across here, as well as rivers. We're only really weak in this province here, but we've got a decent defense there. We need to wait for our units to reinforce, and then maybe we should consider a... Oh, they've built some forts. Look at that. Maybe we should consider a naval landing, actually, in Dnieper or Le Havre. It might be better. Or we could pick on the Italians, because Torch will be happening soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks again. Bye-bye.